As a musician, having a goal to one's career is a wise decision. And honestly, in other professions as well. It makes you work harder, wanting to improve at what you are doing in order to reach this goal, whatever it is. A common goal when it comes to being a musician is probably to hit the jackpot. And you might ask yourself what this really means. Well, let me explain. For many, it can be selling a lot of records, playing in many shows, and having fans all over the world. In other words, make it big. Or maybe you're the opposite, which is going to the more indie route, selling less records, playing less shows, and having a smaller fan base. So yeah, indie. Some might say that this route is a way to not whore yourself out, or sell out, in order to make it big in the industry. Quite often though, when artists instead decide to go the non-indie route to try and become world known, they often receive a lot of backlash, being accused of selling out. Take Coldplay for example. They started as a likable band playing alternative rock with Britpop elements, but when they grew in popularity, their sound changed, giving off a more mainstream pop sound. Fans were not happy, but the band is still huge to this day. And there are other famous examples of this, but a less famous one we can find not in the West, but if we head east to a little country called Japan, the land of the rising sun. One OK Rock is a band with high ambitions. Today, they are a huge name in their home country Japan, selling out arenas and even stadiums, so they are a very popular band indeed. They are Japanese rock icons that want to make it big in the West, and who knows, maybe they will, one day. But wait a minute, first let's go back to the beginning, in the year of 2005. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, a huge city with a very busy environment, where you can experience both old and new culture. It was here that One OK Rock was formed. It started with bandleader and guitarist Toru, who was just a high school student at the time. He wanted to start a band and told his friend Ryota to learn the bass, and he said yes. Alex joined as well, and also Yu, who was set to play the drums. Toru was also looking for a singer, and Taka caught his attention, who played in a band already, but didn't really enjoy playing with them. So Toru convinced Taka to join One OK Rock, but this lineup didn't last long though. Yu left early and got replaced by current drummer Tomoya. Alex left a few years later, which made Toru the only guitarist, which was quite scary for him apparently. One OK Rock debuted in 2007 with Seita Kubio, a rock album with a grungy and garage rock feel to it, while still having quite poppy undertones. It gave them some recognition in their home country, but they would still have to wait for their major breakthrough. In fact, they had to go through another 2 album releases, Beam of Light and Kanjo Effect, until they truly hit the jackpot with their 4th album, Niche Syndrome, in 2010. And you can kind of call this point a new beginning for the band, because they had recently gone through a rough patch due to Alex leaving the year prior. And this so-called new beginning was a quite successful one. Their songs Kansen Kankaku Dreamer and Wherever You Are became popular, with both reaching the Billboard Hot 100 Japan. And, on top of that, they were also able to play at the well-known Nippon Budokan, So yes, not a bad new beginning. This success just continued with Sankyo Reference in 2011, and arguably peaked with their sixth studio effort, Shinsei Kakete Bokuwa, in 2013, giving us one of their, if not their most famous song, The Beginning. The year after, they played at the mighty Yokohama Stadium, where they truly showed their fantastic skills at playing live. Without a doubt, Japanese rock legends. They have come a far way. But they were not finished yet.
Hi, we are One OK Rock. Nice to meet you guys. We are excited to announce that One OK Rock will be coming to USA for the first time in February 2014.
With the debut of their seventh studio album, 35, One OK Rock announced that they would play their first US shows. This was a big step for the band, because this was something they wanted, to reach out of Japan with their music. Of course, it's a difficult thing to get big in the West, but One OK Rock seemed to be pretty determined. And with their album 35 plus the album after, Ambitions, you can hear that their sound is changing in a way to appeal to the Western audience, becoming poppier at times, and more overproduced. They have also been able to work with some famous names, such as Kellen Quinn and Avril Lavigne. So, by this time they have become much more known in the US, and yeah, made quite a name for themselves. However, this success brought some controversy. A lot of fans were not happy with their new sound, receiving a lot of backlash for their change in style. This change became even more apparent with One OK Rock's 9th studio album, Eye of the Storm, where the band goes even more pop and less rock. In an interview with Rock Sound in 2019, Taka reflected on this change of style. Rock scene is kind of a little dead right now, which is quite an interesting thing to say, because that's what a lot of people are saying at the moment, that rock is dead. Taka also talked about Eye of the Storm, saying, "This album sounds very much like pop. I believe that after trying something new, we will find something new as well. One OK Rock is still One OK Rock." The change is certainly easy to hear. Just take a listen to the following songs. So, what about their music? According to Taka, a lot of their favorite bands are from America, and you can clearly hear this in their style of music. They play energetic rock with a strong American influence, while still sounding like a Japanese band. Their lyrics have always been a blend of English and Japanese, but lately the English lyrics have been the focus, possibly to draw more international fans. And lastly, the production of their records started out pretty distorted and dirty sounding, which suits for a rock band. But, as I have already touched upon in this video, as time progressed, the production became more and more produced, very polished sounding in a way that is not exactly what suits a rock band. A lot of people have therefore given them the nickname One OK Pop, just because of this change in style. Many miss their energetic, guitar-focused rock music, while some still defend the band. So in other words, this development is pretty divisive. To summarize, One OK Rock is a band that has big goals when it comes to hitting the jackpot worldwide. Although they have not yet reached all of their goals, the group has a fanbase that, to a decent extent, has reached outside the borders of their home Japan. What they musically want to do seems to be showing at their newly released album, Luxury Disease. It's less pop-friendly and a little more to what they are at its core, a rock band. Could this be a realization from the band, that the price of fame doesn't need to take away your identity? We don't know, but what the future might hold for 1OK Rock might be hinted in a 2021 interview with Taka. I think anger can only be truly expressed in rock music, so it's our duty as a rock band to play rock. It's as simple as that.